Well, good morning, y'all. This is JRC99US coming at you semi-live in my truck on my way to work. Well, I think it's about time to talk about the latest iteration of NuTrek, meaning Star Trek, then name only. Well, of course, everybody's been talking about it, so I feel like I should weigh in myself, give my 2 cents about the whole thing, and tell you what I saw coming that everybody else said I was just being a stupid incel troll, blah 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 years ago. Well, not years ago, maybe a couple years ago. So the latest clip, or a clip from the new quote-unquote Star Trek Starfleet Academy, dropped on YouTube, but it was also released at a Comic-Con. I can't remember if it was at Brazil or Portugal. Either way, it was in Portuguese, so I apologize for that. So I finally watched it, and lo and behold, it's the same Star Trek. Not Star Trek. What am I talking about? It's the same NuTrek nonsense that we have been forced to watch since 2017. A whole bunch of writers who have no idea about Star Trek, produced by a man who said himself he's never liked Star Trek, who is the acolyte of another producer who said he never got into Star Trek because he tried and it was too philosophical for him. So yes, there is a pattern here. So I don't really need to go into details. You can see the clip yourself on YouTube, but let's just say in a brief summary, my gosh, someone described it as, holy moly, it is the HR department trying to send out a mass email to people to stop eating unmarked food in the fridge, in the company fridge. I was like, yeah, that's perfect. So, not to steal anybody else's thunder, but that made me laugh really well. So, we look at another coming failure of a NuTrek show, of people who have no idea how Star Trek works, how the cultures and aliens work in Star Trek, nor do we have anybody who understands basic space battle logistics in a Star Trek, or so quote-unquote Star Trek TV show. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that some people didn't really point this out, but they were talking about the other stuff. Have you ever noticed that the vast majority of NuTrek shows, the NuTrek trailers, always have some kind of battle scene in them? Yeah, like this clip was about a battle scene. The trailer was about look at these young chipper cadets and stuff, and we want to see Jaden, Jaden the Klingon, wanting to be a nurse, wearing a skirt. Anyway, so yeah, but now in this clip, what is the clip they show us? Oh no, the big battle scene. We have unknown tachyons coming from somewhere. It's like, Captain, helm not responding. Okay, perform evasive, or initiate evasive. Not evasive maneuvers, but as you just known, this well-seasoned, well-trained, bestest ever captain just literally told a helmsman, after the helmsman relayed to them that they had no helm control, they lost helm control, to perform evasive maneuvers. That's all you need to know. That's literally all you need to know. Once again, it's the widescreen windows, not the actual view screen that depends on sensors, which makes it more, in the future. But here we are again. Now, I am about to say the quiet part out loud, and I do not care whose feelings I'm going to hurt, because I know there are some people out there who are way more popular than I am on YouTube. But I gotta say the quiet part out loud. You shilled for Puke-Hard Season 3, and this is what you get. Alright? If you guys see my review of Puke-Hard Season 3, and they aired my really bad volume intakes, like I said, I'm going to try to fix that video if I can find the recordings. If not, I'm just going to re-record it. But if you watched my Picard Season 3 review, I said right at the end that if we get any more NuTrek crap in the future, I am blaming the Puke-Hard Season 3 shills for every single bit of it. Why? Because you gave the NuTrekkers, the the violators of Star Trek canon a thumbs up on an obvious piece of trash. Like I said, Puke-Hard Season 3 was by far the worst Star Trek, or new Star Trek, or NuTrek. Excuse me, I'm still drinking my Janeway Nebula bean juice, so please forgive me on misquoting things by saying NuTrek is Star Trek. It is not. Excuse me. And if you give these guys, the new Trekking producers, an inch, they'll take the entire Alpha Quadrant. And guess what they did? Everybody's talking about, oh, let's get Star Trek Legacy. Oh, they're going to have Starfleet Academy. It's probably going to be really good now that they did Puke-Hard Season 3 correct. Oh, sweet, more Strange New Worlds. You know, I kind of like it. It's like, you know, really episodic and stuff. And then they're like, oh my gosh, musicals in space? What is this? Oh man, what is that? A female Jem'Hadar? That's not possible. Oh man, who wrote this? Man, Kurtzman doesn't know anything about Star Trek. We know. But why are they still doing this? I'll tell you why. Because it's quite obvious. You greenlit Picard Season 3, and once again, like I said, you enabled them to believe, because this is what narcissists do, to believe that if they did if you praise that they did something right, they will claim that they got everything right and will push more crap. And guess what? They did. Section 31, Strange New Worlds Season 2, and now Starfleet Academy, or I would like to call it Star Trek SA, because it really is. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the whole thing. I really can't say anything else about that because it's quite obvious. And I'll say it again. The Puke-Hard Season 3 shills is the reason we have this abomination known as Star Trek Starfleet Academy. You have no one to blame but yourselves, and you guys trying to be, neutral and stay positive for Star Trek. Well, guess what? Here are the results. And why are you angry about this? This is what you wanted. This is exactly what I even saw in Picard Season 3. I saw the same exact really badly written drama, really bad technology and logistics. I mean, for crying out loud. Shotguns in space, the Neo-Constitution and stuff like that. Oh, let's rip off Star Trek 3 and the motion picture and 6 and Nemesis and all this other stuff. Once again, remember, these people do not know how to make original Star Trek content. All they know is how to rip off from other franchises and from actual Star Trek. So there. That's it. I'm going to stop. I need to stop ranting because the thing is, I'm finding myself repeating myself. Anyway, this is JRC 99 US coming live, semi-live, from my truck on my way to work, giving my 2 cents about the newest NuTrek crap, Star Trek SA, because it really did SA Star Trek. Bye-bye.